Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Nguyen. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting lately about what type of real estate I want to buy next. And I've kind of come down to kind of two categories that I probably want to pivot to next. The next time I buy an investment property, which I don't know when it's going to happen, but once I build up enough money or if interest rates drop significantly, I'm going to do huge cash out refinances, pull out a lot of equity, and then use that to buy my next property, right? Interest rates are 6.5 to 7%. So I've been kind of stagnant and, I've been busy, planning a wedding, planning a vacation, starting a new job, getting settled in my house, and, eventually in 2025, study for my real estate broker exam. But I've really been analyzing because I've been quieting my mind recently and taking it easier. So it gives my mind to relax, to think, not be overstimulated, and to reflect on what to do next, right? So that's what the key of having intentional quietness is. So before, when I commute, I used to listen to podcasts to learn, but now I drive in complete silence an hour so my mind can think and rest, right? And then I try to not overstimulate my mind so that it can give it the time to do that deep thinking, to reflect, and to get clarity. And this is the clarity that I've gained, right? So the next piece of real estate I'm gonna buy, I think it's broken down between two categories, and it's two that I own already. So the first one is, do I want to continue buying single family homes near Huntsville, Alabama? In this market, for example, my first one I bought for $260K. Put 25% down. Interest rate was 3.5% at the time in 2021. And it rents for about $2,100 a month. Pay a property manager 10%. And then after the principal pay down, all the other payments, I roughly cash out between $700 a month, right? And it's appreciated from 260 to around maybe 340. So about, that's $70,000 appreciation. And I roughly cash flow around $700 a month. On that property. And this property is so passive, right? It's a new build. So something breaks, there's warranties, right? I have a 1-year warranty on the interior, which is now gone, but I have a 10-year warranty on the exterior from the builder, right? Just like my primary residence right now, I have 1 year on the inside and 10 years on the outside, right? So if anything, if I accidentally punch a hole in the wall, I can put a work order request in through Lennar and they'll repair it, right? And same with my Lennar home. So the expenses are very low. So you don't have to worry about plumbing issues, roofing issues. So it's very passive. I'll be honest, I forget I own it sometimes. So for me, I'm just like, okay, that's not a bad option, right? It's very passive. I have contacts, a property manager in Huntsville, Alabama. They can send me new build properties all the time. I can buy it. Maybe it's close to $300,000 now. Interest rates are going to be higher at maybe 7%, or if I do a portfolio loan, it's going to be 9%, right? And at that point, it may cash flow less, maybe break even or maybe make $200 a month, but that's pretty much just a reserve fund for vacancies. So essentially it's a wash, right? So it's more about cash flow and some mid appreciation. It's very passive. Or the other option is, if I have a lot of capital, I could buy another multifamily property around $1 million to $1.5 million. Or if I sell a single family home, I can buy a bigger property that's closer to $2 million. So let's say I can buy another, let's say 30 to 50 unit apartment complex. That's value add. I can renovate all the units again, renovate them, raise the rents, increase the value, increase the net operating income, which increases the value. And then I can do a cash out refinance, pull my money out and repeat the process again, right? So option A, the single family home, it's a lot more passive, right? So if I'm at the stage in my life where I want to take it easy, I want to slow down, I'm probably just going to buy these single family new builds in Huntsville, Alabama, and just slowly accumulate those, right? It's pretty easy. If it's $300,000 and I'm putting, let's say 20% down, that's just $60K down roughly per home, easy, right? If I have a lot of money, and by a lot of money, I'm talking about $300,000 to $500,000 at least, then I can buy a 30 to 50 unit apartment complex range-ish, give or take 10 units, and then use that and actively renovate the properties, actively work with my property managers, and then deal with more stress, more weekly calls, more money, right? It's more work, more potential to make more money, right? Versus my single family homes, it could be more passive, right? So it depends, what do you want? Do I want to be more active and do multifamily and do a lot of renovations and deal with that 2-year stabilization period of multifamily? Or do I just want to buy 1 or 2 of these new builds in Huntsville, Alabama? That's super easy. I can literally just save up $60,000, buy one property, probably take 2 months to lease it out, and then wait another couple months and buy another one, and then repeat the process. And it's so passive, so easy, and I can do that without much stress, to be honest. I just tell my property manager, hey, find me another one. Here's my money, and here's the loan, right? So if it makes sense, then that's what I'll do. There's another one where if I want to be active, and let's say I'm working part-time now and nothing much going on, then I want to dedicate 2 years to stabilizing this asset, then I can buy multifamily and do that, right? So, it really depends how I want to pivot. If I want something more active, buy a single family home new builds in Huntsville, Alabama. If I want something more active, then I'll buy more multifamily in Oklahoma, right? Or if I make that much money from like some another source or business, then I could do both, right? I could literally just buy some single family homes to balance out my multifamily in Oklahoma, right? Or I could buy more in California, which is more of an appreciation play, right? So that's the kind of solution I got to. So, I don't know what's going to hold, but right now, I think in 2024, I'm focusing on stabilizing my personal life, right? I'll be used to my W-2. I'll be settled into my house. The wedding will be planned. The vacation will be planned, and things will be easier. And at that point, I'll be studying for my real estate broker exam. And, if I have more money at the time and I want to be active, then I'm going to start, if interest rates drop as well, maybe I'll do cash or refinance, and maybe I'll buy another apartment complex, right? Or if interest rates are still high and I still want to take it easy still and just, enjoy my 30s, then I'm going to just buy some single family homes in Huntsville, Alabama, which is a lot more passive, right? It's almost like buying an index fund for me at this point. That's how passive it feels. So why I'm sharing this is because you can apply this to your concept, to your life, right? Like if you're in a busy time of your life or you just had a newborn kid, maybe there's health issues in the family, then maybe you want something more passive, like buying new build single family homes. Or if you have a lot of time right now and you have the capacity, then you can buy multifamily that's more value add and more active, right? So you really have to self-reflect and pivot. One is not better than the other. There's a season to buy single family homes that's more passive. There's a season to buy multifamily, which is more active, right? So, and keep in mind, for me, when I buy my next multifamily deal, it's still going to be easier because I'm doing it, but there's still a lot of stress that goes into it, right? Because, you're going to have to put money into it. You're going to have to follow up on it weekly. You're going to have to talk to your property manager. Now, I just talk to my property managers like once a month, and usually I just send a text message to say, hey, like, how's it going? Right? Because it's so stable, it's so passive, and there's trust built. So, it doesn't matter. Do I want to shell out the money and think about that, right? It's stressful to write like $50,000 checks for renovation like every month, right? That's what I was doing. And it is stressful to do that versus a single family home. It's like, oh, okay, is it rented or is it not rented? Pretty easy. So hopefully this kind of gave you the mindset that I have as a real estate investor who owns 52 units, built up a $6 million net worth, that owns single family homes plus multifamily. And to get that perspective, right, as to what's it like. Like multifamily is way more active. The upside can be a lot more, right? But it's run like a business. So business requires more time and attention versus buying single family homes or new build. It's a little more passive and you don't have to run as much of a business. I mean, you should obviously, but you can get away with running it like not like a business if you choose. But I recommend you to run it like a business still, but it's an easier business to run, right? So it depends which one you want to go on to. So if you're ready to take that leap and be active with multifamily, consider joining my mentorship program. If you want to buy some more passive single family homes, and reach out to me when I become a real estate broker, right? And I'll be happy to connect you with those deals. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any comments or questions below. I'd love to answer these, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.